Hola mi gente, welcome and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Paloma. As you can tell by the title of today's video, we are doing a review of ZEL Punta Cana. So let's jump right in. So a couple of weeks ago, for spring break, I took my very first solo trip with my two kids to Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, and we stayed at Melia, ZEL Punta Cana. So ZEL Punta Cana is located about 8 miles from Punta Cana Airport. So it's like a 20-minute ride, if that. And it is described as like promoting Mediterranean lifestyle. And you see it everywhere. You'll see it in the cuisine. You'll see it in the open spaces. I mean, from the moment that you walk into the resort, the moment you drive into the grounds, it's just absolutely stunning. Just stunning greenery everywhere. Yeah, just stunning. Just stunning. So right off the bat, one of the things that I appreciated was their check-in process. Their check-in process literally took less than 5 minutes. As soon as you walk in, they guide you to this area, which is like the shop. It's also where the cafe is. So they guide you there. There's no like, you know, like computers or anything. They just come with their iPad and they check you in, and it literally takes less than 5 minutes. I really appreciated that because after a long travel day, especially me, I was traveling with my kids. You don't want the check-in process to be like, you know, this long thing. So I really appreciated how it took less than 5 minutes and we were on our way to our room. Now, I already have a room tour up on my channel. So if you haven't checked that out, I'm going to link it down below. But the room that I stayed at was the swim up suite. Just stunning. But I do want to quickly go ahead and mention some things regarding that room. So the room includes round trip airport transportation. So they picked us up from the airport and they took us back at the end of our trip. So that was included with the room. Also, the room comes with free access to the water circuit at their spa. It also came with a floating breakfast, which was very nice. Also, we got priority reservations at the a la carte restaurants. Again, very nice. You do need reservation for the restaurants, and it also comes with a personal host. All that to say, so when we checked in, we were checked in by our personal host, and for the rest of the trip, our personal host was available to us. So he's the one that made all the reservations for me, and he also like scheduled the floating breakfast. You know, you just tell them when you want it and the time, and he did everything. Like he just did everything. Any question I had, any pickup scheduling, anything, like he just did anything and everything for us during our stay, and easily available at all times through WhatsApp. So we just exchanged phone numbers, and whenever I had a question or needed something, I just text him, and that's it. Like he always responded very fast and was always available. So that was really nice. And again, all of that came included with the room, and I'll have a link down below to that video. So as far as the resort has 7 restaurants. It has Parta, which features Mediterranean cuisine. It has Volcan, which is the steakhouse. It has Nigiri, which is a fusion. Nigiri is the restaurant at the private beach club. It has Nokio, which is Japanese cuisine. It has Tacorini, which is again fusion and kind of like Mexican to me. It has Cafe de Finca, which is the coffee shop, and then Sylvester's and Voltage, which are bars. One of the things that I love about ZEL is that it's not the biggest resort. The resort just never gave crowded as you walk around, even in the, you know, the public pool areas or on the beach. Like, it just never gave crowded. The restaurants, again, never gave crowded. The buffet never gave crowded. So I just love that. I absolutely love that. I mean, don't get me wrong, the resort is like rented out. Like it's not that it's empty, it's just that it just never feels crowded, and I love that. So in addition to the 7 restaurants, like I said, there's also the shop where you can buy things. I wouldn't recommend. It's just beyond overly priced. It has the private beach club, it has their pools, and then it has a spa. It also has fitness center. They offer tons and tons of different classes. You have, you know, yoga, Pilates, you have cardio workouts, something different for everyone. In addition to like fitness workouts, they have like different activities that you can also do. All of this is included. So they'll have like painting, like a sip and paint type of thing, or arts and crafts, or like different things like that, like painting your own tote bag or your own sombrero and things like that. So really nice. Good things also to do with the kids, and then you get to keep them, so it's like a keepsake also. So yeah, that is the resort. Something else worth mentioning, of course, the bar is adults only. Well, Sylvester's is adults only. Voltage is not described as adults only. Another cool thing about the resort is pets are welcome. I didn't see anybody with pets, but pets are welcome, so there's that. And then it also hosts Fun Republics. Fun Republic is kind of like an amusement park. They have live shows, they have outdoor rides, there's like food and all types of things, and you can just take like they have these little like shuttle buses, cart type thing, like a 5-minute ride on the bus. Like, it was literally right there. So yeah, they also have Fun Republic, which is really cool. And when you stay at the resort, you should, and you will, download their app. That's also how you check in, and where everything is, the schedule of all the activities, and everything will be there. All the information that you need, all the hours of operation for the restaurants and for Fun Republic and for the bars, and like for everything you need to know is gonna be on the app. All the fitness classes and all the activities they have scheduled, all of it is on the app. So before I talk about my review of the resort, really quickly, I think it's important to mention when and how I booked my reservation for the resort, because if you're trying to save money, pay attention. So I made my reservation during Melia's Wonder Week. So Wonder Week is a time when everything is 40% off. 40% off, right? So if you're gonna book, I would recommend to book when everything is cheaper, if you're trying to save money. So Melia's Wonder Week, it just runs. It says week, but it lasts more than a week, and I've seen it. So just, you know, keep an eye out for it. So I made my reservation during Melia's Wonder Week, which offered 40% off. They also have Melia's Escapes, which you can book your flight and the hotel reservation together, and you get 30% off. So if you're looking to book at ZEL's Punta Cana, I would suggest booking during Melia's Wonder Week or checking out Melia's Escape. I will also recommend that you sign up for Melia Rewards, which is free. So when you sign up for Melia Rewards as an annual birthday gift, and this is how I booked, my birthday was on March 17 and I went for spring break in April. So I used their annual birthday gift, which gives you a 20% discount off of your reservation, or you get a free 1-room category upgrade. And again, I booked the swim up suite, which was very nice. So yeah, I just wanted to, you know, mention that in case, hey, I don't remember if I did the room upgrade or the 20% off, but either or, I saved a lot, which was very, very nice. So now that we got all of that out the way, let's get into my review of Melia ZEL Punta Cana. As far as the resort goes, I would give it a 7 out of 10, possibly an 8 out of 10. 7.5 out of 10. I would give it a 7.5 out of 10. As far as cleanliness, how well maintained the grounds are, and all of those things of the resort, 10 out of 10. Like, beyond clean. The customer service that I got, excellent. Everything excellent, except, in my humble opinion, the food. And because of that is why I'm like taking off points. So here's my thing with the food. My thing with the, and I'm Dominican. So if I'm going to DR, like I would expect like more. I get that it's a resort, right? And because it's a resort, you know, resorts tend to cater to, you know, foreigners, basically. It's not really like, you know, for the local experience. That I get. But as far as the variety of food at the resort, that was what I wasn't expecting. Like the variety of food to me was off. I get the, you know, the Japanese, the Asian fusion and all the things that they have available, the buffet, the Mediterranean food, but it's just like, it was just lacking in variety and in options. And the buffet at Parta is very, very small. Very, very small, I would say. Don't get me wrong, because I feel like how I'm saying it is coming out wrong. Even at the buffet, like you're going to have, you know, they have fruits, they have yogurts, they have the egg, you know, they'll make you eggs whatever kind of way you want. They'll have bacon, they'll have hash browns, they have everything, right? But every day is like, it was literally the same food and nothing else, like nothing changes. As far as variety, it just wasn't, it left something to be desired. And again, the food was good, but the best food that I had was at Volcan Steakhouse. Oh, that was the best food that I had. As far as the rest of the food, like it was good. The food was good. Don't get me wrong. But it wasn't fantastic. It wasn't like I need to have it again, or it never gave that. It never gave that. My son, he wasn't the biggest fan of the food there. My daughter barely eats, so that I expected. But my son, you know, he's a grown little man. And yeah, he also was like, I mean, he also is kind of picky, so there's that. But yeah, take it with a grain of salt. As far as the drinks, to me, they were watered down. So that is my review of ZEL Punta Cana. I would recommend this resort if you're staying in the area. I would highly recommend this resort. It is a very nice resort and a great option of a place to stay. We thoroughly enjoyed having just that easy access to the beach, even though the beach, you have to like walk to the beach. It's not like right there. It's like a 5-7 minute walk to the beach from the resort, so worth mentioning as well. They also have like these shuttle, again, them like the carts, the shuttle carts that can take you to the beach. So we did that as well. Usually we walked to the beach and then we took a ride back because by then we were tired. But again, worth noting that the beach is not, it's not like right there. it's not. It's a little bit of a walk. It's nothing. Listen, before living in Georgia, I was a New Yorker and I'm used to walking, so to me it's nothing. But in some of the reviews that I read from people, they talk, oh, how it's such a long walk. To me, a 5-7 minute walk, it's not a long walk, but to each their own. And if you're eating all that food, the resort is all inclusive. I don't mind a walk. So we would have breakfast and then we would walk to the beach and it will be good. Like a walk is good for you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not something that I was complaining about or that I would like deduct points over or nothing of the sort, but to each his own. Again, it is just a little bit of a walk. You're not like walking in the middle of the street. You're walking through the grounds of the resort and passing the other Melia resorts. So, you know, it's nothing dangerous. It's nothing of the sort. You're just walking to the beach. So I didn't mind that at all. But again, worth mentioning that the beach is not just right there. But yeah, again, it is all inclusive, and the restaurant on the beach, Nagiri, is also included. The room service is also included. But be mindful of there's certain menu options that are not included as part of the all-inclusive package. So just be mindful. They do make a note of it that if you order like certain things, you'll have to pay extra. Also, for certain drinks, including alcoholic beverages, are included in the all-inclusive packages, but then other drinks are not included. Again, it'll be noted. So if you order them, you're going to be billed to your room. So don't be surprised at the end of the trip if you have a bill. They also have bikes that you can rent, which is really, really nice because it's just so beautiful around there. I wish I would have rented the bikes out, and that would have been really, really nice. But yeah, at this point, I'm just like thinking of things that I didn't mention, but I think like that's it. I would highly, highly recommend ZEL Punta Cana. I wouldn't say that I'll be back, honestly, because I don't really, you know, I wouldn't be back. But I would definitely recommend. I don't think there's any place like, I don't know, as far as vacations, like to me, like if I'm going on vacations, like I want a different experience every time. So it's not, me personally, I wouldn't look to stay at the same place for a vacation that I already stayed at. I would be looking like, you know, to explore and to experience like new things. So, but like if I had to, of course, I would definitely stay there again. Like I would, but would I? No. Would I? No. Anyways, that is it. That is all that I wanted to share for right now. Make sure you give this video a like if you enjoyed, and make sure you are subscribed to my channel so that you don't miss out on an upload. As always, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in my next one. Bye.